The room they found themselves in was full of books. It looked remarkably like a library. Not the sort of library where large numbers of people came to read books, more the sort of library that was simply a place to store books. He felt a little overwhelmed by the sheer number of books, but Junpei did his best to speak with authority. Alright, if we want to get through that door out there, we need the Neptune key. I say we split up and look for it. Okay, very well. Sure thing. Good, now let's get started then. We don't have a lot of time. Hurry. God damn it, another fucking puzzle. Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the forest of knowledge. As he began to search for reasons he didn't fully understand, Junpei felt those particular words float through his mind. Please don't be a puzzle. Fucking goddamn it! Paleontology, this one's about fossils, right? The bodies are pretty nasty looking.
Why did man lose their tails? Junpei, do you know what this one's about?
Why are you asking me? I don't even know we had tails to lose. Maybe you should ask a human with a tail. Mankind's ancestors most likely lost their tails as they were no longer useful, and the nutrients required to grow them were better put to use elsewhere. At least that's what I've read. I was rather young and may have remembered it incorrectly.
Oh, what the hell would a kid be reading a book like that?
Micrographia, huh? Oh yes, Robert Hooke's famous work, first published in 1665. He built a microscope and examined insects, inorganic substances, and other things, too small to be seen in detail by human eyes. He then drew pictures of many of the things he'd examined and published them in a book. I'd hazard to guess his shelf is concerned with natural sciences. Creatures of the South. Do I have to fucking read all this shit? Creatures of the South Seas, huh? I wonder if this one's got pictures of colorful fish and stuff. Introduction to geology, huh? Thinking about the Earth even when you're on the ocean, kind of romantic in a way, I guess.
This one says transition of instinct to species.
We need to hurry it up, or we're going to end up in the pages of a book like that. Mother Nature.
Is that some sort of book about hippie chicks?
No, probably not, except perhaps tangentially. It's most likely about environmental protection.
I was just trying to make a joke.
Dude, hippie chicks? Really?
Theories of the Cambrian explosion. Did a bomb go off somewhere near called Cambria?
Wrong kind of explosion. Roughly 500 million years ago, during what is known as the Cambrian period, research suggests that a variety of living organisms increased by an order of magnitude. Why that happened is, however, still something of a mystery. There are a number of theories. This book is most likely a collection of them.
The theory of evolution. Heck, even I know this one. That's that Darwin guy, right?
Well, yes and no. Charles Darwin wrote a book called On the Origin of the Species. In it, he put forth his theories of evolution. Yeah, I remember that part. He called it natural selection. Exactly. So, what the fuck, dude? This book is called Mind Swap. You mean you could, like, change bodies with someone? Well, I guess I wouldn't mind switching bodies with my brother or Junpei too much, but I'd rather die than let Simon switch with me.
What the hell? Like I'd ever want to swap bodies with a little brat like...
Hey, were you just imagining it? You were...
Shut up!
Yeah, well, he wasn't the only one. Teletemporation and telepathy. What the hell is that one about?
Well, I know where the telepathy is, but I never heard of teletemporation.
It refers to having the ability to travel through time. This one says the golden rabbit and the moon on it. Does that mean it's about a rabbit that lives on the moon? Rabbits are pretty cute, but what's the moon stuff about? It's talking about the Judas tree that is said to grow on the moon, according to the Chinese legend. Kitab al-Azif. Man, they've got some weird stuff here. I can't even pronounce this one. Who's that? Some famous guy? It's not a person's name. It's the name of a fictional book created by Abdul Azrad. It's said to be one of the sources used in the creation of the legendary Book of the Dead, the Necronomicon. Oh, so these are all occult books and stuff. This is fucking retarded.
Energy theory, huh? I don't even understand the damn title. Look like the shelf's all science technology.
Okay, I guess I don't have to look at that one. Fuck. What is this? What's the deal with these titles?
They're all just gibberish.
Hey, what if we, switch them around?
Switch them around.
Yeah, if we move them around, maybe they'll spell something. Oh, I get it. Heck, it's worth a shot. How about this? It's like putting those books in the right order, open this thing up, right? That was a piece of cake. Hooray! Best animation. You did, Junpei! I guess that turned out well enough. So the letters from the title spell out open here, find bulb.
Our property value's going up in space too these days, man. Just times are rough for aliens too.
This one says cosmic inflation. Let's hear is Faraday's laws of electrolysis. I believe it's going to be about electrolysis in an electrolyte solution. These particular laws were set down by Michael Faraday. Quantum gravity. Seven, you have any idea what this one is?
How about you start by using real words? Then maybe we get somewhere.
Theory of general relativity. Oh, I know this one. That's Einstein, right? The fucking jumping animation is the god. What's this? An overview of conformal field theory. Oh, well, it's a theory that posits an invariant quantum field where conformal transformation can take place. Why does he know all this shit?
Knock it off with this science voodoo stuff. You trying to put me asleep?
Supersymmetrical string theory and 10-dimensional spacetime. They're just talking about superstring theory. It's a theory of reality where, how to explain? It says that all elements of the universe are governed by the vibrations and harmonics of tiny supersymmetric strings. On that note, read Elegant Universe. Really good book. Talks about string theory and relativity, and it's how they kind of go at war with each other historically. Pretty good read for anybody interested. Energy theory, development of nanotechnology, materials, interactions between shortwave energy and matter. What else we've got? Just listening to you read these titles is giving me a headache.
Can't say fancy technology stuff. and I get along real well. Keep on talking about this stuff and you're just gonna put me to sleep.
Wait, why is this a new one? Wait. Look, this one says cultural heritage of Rome.
Bet that's gonna be some super serious inheritance tax. Permian creatures. Seems a little fancy for some kind of prehistoric critter. Not to mention most of them were likely reptiles and amphibians. Without hair, can't imagine can't imagine they had much need of perms.
That's got nothing to do with this. Ah, God. A kid's book here? It looks like it's a children's story about Native Americans. Don't you think a random book like that's kind of suspicious? Maybe I'll hold on to it. Okay. History of the medieval period. Maybe it's about Sir Lancelot? Isn't he just a story? I don't think you're gonna find a guy who didn't really exist in a history book. This one's called History of the Western World. Well, I'd assume it's about European history. Yeah. Just gonna leave it at that, Snake. Doesn't seem like you. Look at this. This book's called Greek Mythology.
Damn, that thing's huge. Can't imagine anyone actually reading the whole thing. Pretty sure it just put me to sleep.
A History of Buddhism. Principles of Monkey Behavior, huh? I'd imagine that's a book describing praxeology studies on monkeys. Monkeys are very similar to human evolutionarily, so I assume the research was fruitful. Oh look, Seven, here's a book that's perfect for you. It's called Correlation of Muscle Bone Density and Bone Strength.
You're just saying that because it says muscle.
This book's just called Dissection. This bookshelf must be all medical books. From what I can tell, it sounds as though these books have been organized by genre. This library must be massive. I'm rather impressed by how well organized it is. Human Equilibrium Theory.
Human anatomy.
Regeneration of internal organs. This one looks just like that picture book from earlier, the one with the pop-ups.
You think they're a part of a series or something? They do have the same binding. Look, this one's called Recreation of Lost Human Functions. You think they're talking about if you, like, lose a part of your body, then you could grow back?
I don't think so. Maybe they're talking about reconstruction abilities that humankind once possessed. In other words, they may have been talking about cultivating a sixth sense. Dissection analyst, huh? This whole shelf is full of medical books. Functions of the human brain. I guess this book's about the nervous system? I'd love to ask you to read it to me, but I don't think we have the time. I'm kind of curious about it too. There's gotta be a reason why people connect with each other, you know. This book's called Principles of Monkey Behavior. Oh, right, okay. Oh my god, there's fucking more? Fucking god. This one's Goldbach Conjecture.
Conjecture? What's it about? Like magic or psychic stuff or something? Right, but it's just about jewelry, isn't it?
It may have an odd title, but it's actually a very respectable mathematics book. It deals with one of the unresolved problems of additive number theory.
Oh, sorry I said anything. Look, let's not get into this right now, okay?
That's a weird book, Junpei. Indian mathematics. Hahaha, that's funny. Why is that funny? Oh, this hopping animation. It says Riemann's hypothesis. What is there to hypothesize about with the Riemann? Isn't it pretty straightforward? Heavens no, there are many factors: length, girth, lubrication, or lack of. It's an exciting and rapidly growing field. Whoa. Oh. The fuck is this? Dad Kind, what the hell is this? Wasn't that a German mathematician? Maybe it's a compilation of his work. Leibniz? I don't know. That book's in German. It looks like the complete work of something. I never heard of it. Well, if Snake doesn't know what it is, I guess we don't know either. Owen, huh? Owen is enough to go on. Perhaps it's about the English Revolutionary? Algebraic number theory. Math, huh?
There's another one like that over here.
You mean something like primary number theory or analytical number theory or geometry? Oh my gosh, how did you know? Nobody said anything about those. Well, number theory is usually split into 4 chief disciplines. If there was a book named Algebraic Number Theory, I took a wild guess that the other 3 would be there as well. Looks like I was right. What the fuck is this? Pythagorean theory. Pythagorean theorem. I'm fucking... My head hurts too much. I can't even pronounce Pythagorean theorem right. This is a famous one. Sounds like there are a number of math books in this section. Ah, my fucking god. There's a weird book here called Indian Mathematics. Alright, there's a bunch of important look-sounding books here with titles like Goldbach's Conjecture. Okay. Fucking god damn it. It's a small enclosure with 9 sides. There are 3 of these things that look kind of like music stands. Am I supposed to put something on these stands? the books, maybe? I don't know. I mean, maybe the book's about the history of Pythagorean theorem. Let's see what we've got here. So many books here. I wonder what this one's. Whoa, what's this? Worm? Oh, sorry. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
And what's the deal with the sappy stuff?
There we go. Modern Japanese literature, huh? I see a fucking... No, this book looks important. No, I guess not. What's this? Origin of Japanese folklore. Looks like there are a bunch of books about Japanese culture here. Mostly ones about folklore, though. Weeaboos. Well, folklore can cover a wide range of subjects. History, urban life, religious trends, environmental changes, oral traditions. Folklore can cover all of these things if you know where to look. This one looks pretty deep. Agriculture and historical organizations in folklore.
Hey, there's another one of those picture books in here. Something about these things feels kind of nice, you know, brings back good memories.
I guess even people like Seven were kids once.
No shit, you little brat.
Hey guys, cool, they're right. I think I'm gonna take this picture book with me. Alright. I mean, do we just put this shit here? It's a small enclosure, isn't it? Am I supposed to put something in these? Can I put these books in here? Oh god, I guess not. It's got a magic wand on it, okay. So what's inside? Well, aren't you going to open it? Pretty sure it's just gonna have pages inside. Smart. Whoa! What the fuck is this?
This one has some Native Americans on the cover. Hey Junpei, take a look at this one. Native Americans, huh?
Maybe it's got some kind of... Whoa! There's baseball in this one. Come on, Junpei, let's see what's in it. I'll go out on a limb here and say it's probably baseball stuff. Whoa! Alright. Well, the iron plate looks bolted down. I don't think it's a door. I think it's just a wall. There's a note on that table. Lights to the book. And what does that mean? Ah, I see what I'm supposed to do. Interesting. Well, intelligence often hides itself in darkness. Have you ever thought about the pages of a book? Each page only sees, what, maybe 2 or 3 minutes of light before the reader is on to the next. They spend the rest of their lives locked in darkness, rather like myself. That's horrible. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining, not at all. I live in the darkness, yes, but that's has me gifted with the ability to know every single fucking book in this goddamn library. I can hear the voices hidden in the darkness, you might say. Scaffold set up in the shape of a cross. Energy theory. So, fucking, fuck this puzzle. Alright. Yay. Okay. Sounds like a job for the best brother and sister team in the world. Man, it's like Seven and I don't even exist. We should just left him stuck in the coffin. Alright, so like, do we put this light bulb in here? There are 3 lights in this thing. They aren't very bright though.
Hey, didn't we find some kind of really powerful light bulb earlier? Why don't we put it in one of these lights?
Yeah, well, it'll get a lot brighter, but if there are 3 lights, this means 3 light bulbs. There won't be much point unless we can replace all 3 light bulbs. We need 3 light bulbs, huh? Fuck! So I'm assuming that, like, we need the lights and then shine the books on them and then they'll make, like, a fucking thing in the middle. I need to go to the bathroom really quick and get some more tea. Alright. Alright. Clover jump. What the fuck are we supposed to do? Alright, so it's fucking retarded. Oh, maybe we haven't looked in this shelf. Oh, we have. There are a bunch of books on folklore and myth here. Okay. There are a bunch of books. Oh. Wait, what? The fuck is this? In the middle of the glass door is a cylinder lock. The kind of lock where you rotate the numbers around until you got the right ones to open it. What the hell is this? It's just like they just gave us the answer. Guess might as well give it a shot. What? What? They gave us the answer. What? What?
This bookshelf is sort of glass inlay. It's pretty big, but there's only 6 books on it. Seems kind of weird.
Looks like there's something on the bottom. I can't really see it though. The glass is all foggy. There's a couple of books on the glass shelf. From left to right, they say Volume 6, Volume 3, Volume 2, Volume 4, Volume 1, Volume 5. Oh, okay. 6324145. 6324145. 63241. Nope. 1 5. There we go. You did, Junpei! Yay! I don't know why, but I don't really feel particularly happy about being praised for that. Whatever, at least the lock's open now. Let's see if we can get it open, alright. All 6 books seem to be pointing at this cylinder number lock. Alright. Okay, that's one fucking light bulb. Or one more. Okay, where's the other goddamn light? Maybe it's this shit. Sheldrake? Sheldrake. Isn't Sheldrake... It says Sheldrake on the spine of this book. It's got the volume number written on the lower part of the spine. Need to find more things to click on. What's Hellenism? I think it's something like a fusion of Greek and Oriental culture. This book's called Permian Creatures. This book's called Cultural Heritage of Rome. This book's also going to be about history. The shelf has history books with titles like History of the Western World. Okay, so I explored this already. Medical books. Fucking what the fuck am I supposed to do here? I feel like I'm walking across a tightrope. Gee, Snake, aren't you scared? Imagine a wall 20 inches wide that runs along the top of a 10-story building. Could you walk along that wall, Junpei? No way. But what about a bounce beam in the gymnasium? Oh well, that's easy. You don't find that strange? A bounce beam is far narrower than 20 inches. So why is it that balance beam poses no challenge to you, but a hypothetical 10-story wall does? The light can easily turn people into cowards. From time to time, a life in darkness can give you courage. This book is called Mother Nature. Fuck. Where the fuck is the fucking light bulb? This is like the wackest fucking thing. Do you think we should hold hands where there aren't any handrails? I'll be fine. I can feel the vibrations in the floor that tell me where I am. That's not what I meant. Alright, it says lights to the books. Yeah, thank you, fucker. It's a coat rack, like a place where you can hang coats and hats and stuff. Well, this one's not too big, so maybe just hats. What? That's just all it's here for? What the fuck? Okay, where the fuck is the other goddamn light bulb? Wait, there's a cupboard there? I didn't see that cupboard before. Alright, that's just this. God damn it. Paleontology. Transition of extinct species are about living creatures. Did we read these? Mother Nature. Fuck, we did. These. This book says Mind Swap. Oh, we saw that. The Golden Rabbit, right? Fuck. Science, technology, things like energy theory. I think I've got these set up right, and they say open here, find bulb. Well, that's straightforward enough. I open this thing up, I get a light bulb. No, that's it. What the fuck? Black hole hypothesis, gamma ray astrophysics. I guess this bookshelf has an astronomy theme. Oh, I haven't read these yet? Okay. Ah, I missed this, I think. This book's all seem to be about history. Fuck, I didn't miss it. God damn it. Alright, it must be down here. Guys, there's something with this. Fucking shit. The volume numbers written on lower parts of the spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What the fuck? What the fuck? Fucking shit. We just need one more goddamn light bulb. Fucking shit. Fuck. Why would you do this? This book is talking about automated machinery that's used to build things like cars. Okay, I haven't used this yet.
What's that one called?
It says Foundations of DNA and Genetic Engineering. An overview of photochemistry. I think whoever set this up wanted us to see the cover, not the spine. Let's look at it, okay? Oh, there it fucking is. God fucking damn it. I found the fucking... Fuck this. Just fuck this. This is like the wackest fucking shit. Fucking fuck this game. He's like afraid of heights or some shit. Alright, fucking finally. This is the most retarded fucking puzzle. Alright, so there are 3 lights on here. I'm gonna change these bulbs. Now they should... Whoa, these light bulbs really made a difference. It's pretty bright in here now. It's a small enclosure with 9 sides. There are 3 of these things that look kind of like music stands. Okay, how about we try putting these picture books on the stands? Then... Wait, what order? What order? Sheldrake 5. Awesome! It looks like it worked. But how did we know what order to put them in? Whatever.
Way to go, Junpei. Good luck. Good job, buddy.
There's something projecting on the bottom.
These layers, they seem familiar.
Yeah, fucking Sheldrake fucking 5. Fucking shit. It says Sheldrake on the spine of this book. It's got the volume number written on the lower part of the spine. What the fuck? I have to click on this first like I can't fucking read? Come on! Sheldrake. Junpei read the text out loud.
I think I saw the rest of his collection somewhere.
Yeah, I think it was somewhere around here.
Let's go take a look.
Okay. Seven and Clover walked off, leaving Junpei and Snake behind. Have you heard of him? Sheldrake, I mean. Junpei grinned. Yeah, Lotus told me about him. God damn it! The theory of morphogenetic fields, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance. Really? From Lotus, huh? Well, Clover also said something to me about that stuff. She did? Yeah, what was it? The ability to access the morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger. That girl. I told her not to tell anyone. You did? Why? Junpei's eyes narrowed. Look, man, I didn't push it because we're in a hurry, but I'm kind of sick of this. How about you just tell me, okay? Tell you what? Don't give me that. About the experiment. Snake's shoulders slumped and he shook his head slowly. He'd finally given up. Very well, fine. I'll tell you everything. But not here. Let's move to the top floor. Meanwhile, we're like fucking drowning. Junpei nodded. With that, they climbed the stairs to the top floor. I better get some fucking answers right now, okay? I wonder if that actual rack is going to have any importance, because it's just randomly there. Snake was silent for a moment after they arrived, then finally crossed his arms in smoke. Smoke. I suppose I might as well start by telling you why I kept quiet, and why I made sure Clover did as well. To be honest, the explanation is quite simple. Zero told me not to. I had little choice. He didn't walk up and tell me, of course. He gave me a massage engraved on a card. A message. Because I'm retarded and can't read. Snake reached into his sleeve and pulled out a small, stiff piece of paper. It looked a good deal like the one he'd shown everyone on the central staircase. So you had 2 cards. No, only one. Huh? What do you mean? I thought the card just had some rules for the nunnery game on it. Yes, it did. And those were the rules I read to you. However, they were not the only thing written on the card. There was something I didn't read. Well, perhaps I should say there was something I couldn't read. And that was... Tell no one about the events that took place 9 years ago. Tell and I activate your sister's detonator. What the fuck? Oh. Well, Snake nodded. Well, what about Clover? Did she get a message from Zero too? I don't believe she did. But it doesn't strike you as strange that Zero would shut my mouth, but not hers? Yeah, it does sound a little weird. To be on the safe side, however, I told her it was best not to tell anyone. Still, apparently she told you. That girl. What's wrong with her telling me? I figured that some stuff out with the things she told me. I mean, it looks like the whole activate her detonator thing was just a bluff. She's prancing around downstairs happy as a clam now that you're back. Snake glanced down at Clover and Seven, examining one of the bookshelves. That's very true. I've decided I can trust you. I've decided to tell you the truth. The chance that Santa Zero is very high. I feel I can assume Santa doesn't have the time to observe us at the moment, and at any rate, even if he were, I very much doubt he would kill us. Why not? Clover told me about the 4-leaf clover, about the words. If he knew about that, then he was in my group during the first experiment. I'm sure of it. He wouldn't kill us, no matter what the situation was. Snake paused and cocked his head as though he was listening to something very far away. His face looked dark as though something was weighing on him. Hey, Snake. Junpei wasn't sure what to say. Snake turned and looked at him. Yes, I know. You want to know what happened during the experiment. Yeah. How much do you know? Junpei relayed to Snake everything Clover had told him. The morphogenetic field, and the experiments 9 years prior that had dealt with it. How the experiment had taken place simultaneously at 2 locations, one being the ship and the other being a building in Nevada. How they played the nunnery game. He told him everything. And finally, he told him how a girl had died during the experiment. Oh, she told you all of that, did she? Snake looked down. His face was tight. A slight tremor shook his body, so he tried to hide it. He was putting up a good front, but even Junpei could tell that he was holding back something deep and powerful. He made as if to brush something from his face, and looked up at Junpei. At any rate, I don't know how much you've learned. All that remains is for us to determine is who did this and why, right? Yes. Can you tell me what happened? Snake nodded slowly. The people who organized the initial experiment were from a company called Cradle Pharmaceutical. There were 4 of them running the show. Gentaro Hongo, Nagisa Nijisaki, Teruaki Kobuta, Kagechika Musashiro. Hongo was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceutical. Nijisaki was his right-hand man and did the lion's share of the planning. Kuoto led the company's research and development division. Musashiro was their majority stockholder. It was these 4 people who planned the initial experiment. Let me simplify it for you. Hongo designed it, Nichisaki put it all together. Kubota developed the technology required, and Musashiro provided the cash. So it's Hongo, Nijisaki, Kubota, Musashiro. Junpei couldn't shake the sense that he'd heard those 4 names somewhere before. Of course, more than 4 people were required to conduct an experiment of this scale. To that end, they organized a top-secret team to assist them with their research. All in all, they gathered 10 people or so. Those 10 completed their team, and they were able to begin the project. They named it the Nonary Project. The purpose of the experiment was to research the prospect of controlling a human mind through sheer will. The vessel, I suppose you could say, for this control was the morphogenetic field. Why did the glycerin suddenly begin to crystallize? Why did the crystal structure of EDT undergo a sudden change? Why did the rats improve their puzzle-solving skills with each generation? Experiments with humans produce the same results. The more people who knew the answer to a question, the more people there were who could answer correctly without having seen the problem before. Why? How? The answer is the internet. The shape of the answer has been stored in a field invisible to the naked eye. And through that field, the resonant event transmits information related to that answer. That essentially is the idea behind the morphogenetic fields. But that's just a theory. Can't bring yourself to believe it? Not really. Let's say someone killed another person because the devil told them to. Whether the devil exists or not has no relevance to the murder. They believe the devil exists. Whether or not he does it is immaterial. So what matters here is that Hongo believed in the morphogenetic field. But I still don't get it. You said they wanted to figure out how to control people, right? That's what you're saying? Yes. So how are they going to do that with a morphogenetic field? I'll keep it simple. Let's suppose 10,000 people have solved a certain problem. The chance of you knowing the answer, even if no one has told you, will go up. Let's have another example, shall we? Let's say 1 million people were told to do a handstand right now. Tomorrow the chance of you doing a handstand would be higher, even if you had heard nothing of this hypothetical mass handstanding. Mankind's thought process and actions are all part of a resonant event. All of the resonant events encoded in the fields are projected onto you. Of course, this assumes you believe in this theory. Do you follow so far? Yeah. But let's say, hypothetically, that there was a person who had the same effect as those millions of people. What would happen? If that one person were to do a handstand, other people would find themselves with wanting to do handstands as well. Can you imagine what a person with powers like that would be able to do? Come on, there's no way. I'm not done. Imagine another scenario. Imagine another person. This is an ordinary person. Let's say he does a handstand. What if there was someone who could grab the resonant event he created by doing that and use it to make other people do handstands? What would happen then? A person who has the power to write the field and someone who can read from the same. You could think of them as the writer and the reader, or the transmitter and the receiver. What would the world be like if there were people with abilities like these? Junpei thought about it for a moment. So the transmitter's resonant event can be transmitted through the field and sent to the receiver. And then the transmitter can control the receiver however they wish. That's what you're saying, right? Yes, close enough at least. Come on, that's just crazy. Well, if you don't prove that, then you'll have to test it first. At least that's how they thought. That's why they decided to do their experiment. That was how the Nonary game began. Snake suddenly looked very serious. Junpei, have you ever heard of the Gansfeld experiment? Junpei nodded. Yeah, that was an experiment in telepathy, right? They put a pair of subjects in separate rooms, they had to show one of them a picture and ask the other what they saw. Interesting, I'm impressed. Yes, that's exactly correct. So why'd you bring up the Gansfeld experiment? It was used to screen subjects for the Nonary project. The hospital in the remote town was affiliated with Cradle Pharmaceutical. Hongo used it to conduct experiments on visiting children in secret. Some of them he found had potential. He began to gather children that showed promise. Children that seemed as though they might be able to access the field. Of course, none of them volunteered. They were kidnapped. His face barely moved as he spoke. There were 9 pairs of siblings taken, for 8 children total. For reasons they were not fully understood at the time, each pair had 1 transmitter and 1 receiver. They were split perfectly. As such, the 18 children were split into 2 groups of 9. The children were put in Group Q, were the ones who excelled at transmitting. They were transferred to the mock experiment building, known as Building Q in Nevada Desert. The children who excelled at receiving were put in Group A. The members of Group A were placed on the former hospital ship Gigantic. From the experiment he had conducted so far, Hongo had learned the following. There are two things that can increase one's resonance with the fields. The first is epiphany, the other is danger. Have you ever been faced with an especially difficult problem and thought about it for a very long and hard time until finally an answer suddenly appeared in your mind? It may seem obvious to say so, but that's what is meant by epiphany. Right, that's why we're doing puzzles, I guess. The information obtained through that epiphany can easily be transmitted through the fields, aka internet, where it can be easily interpreted. Adding danger to that equation allows for even easier field access. Therefore, Hongo set up a number of puzzles across the Gigantic. I guess Snake is saying all this. The participants had to solve each puzzle before they could move to the next room. Of course, he hadn't forgotten to include danger. More specifically, he had detonated a bomb on the hull of the Gigantic. The children in Group A were forced to play the nonary game as the ship sunk. By forcing the children into a life-or-death situation, Hongo hoped to increase the likelihood of their tapping into the fields. The children from Group Q, on the other hand, were confined to the Mog experiment building, Building Q. Building Q duplicated the interior and the puzzles of the Gigantic exactly. Hongo explained the situation to the children in Group Q. Solve the puzzles you find throughout the rooms. When you solve them, transmit that information to the children in Group A. If you succeed, they will be able to solve the puzzles and escape. But if you fail, then the Gigantic will sink, and your brothers and sisters will drown. Do you know why the astronauts of Apollo 13 were able to return to Earth safely? It was because NASA had access to a replica of the Apollo 13 capsule. All of the equipment, instruments, everything, all of it identical. NASA was able to replicate the situation the astronauts were facing. By putting themselves in the same situation, they attempted to solve the problems they knew the astronauts were experiencing. Once they had found solutions, they reported their findings to the men aboard the actual capsule. And that was how they were able to return safely. It was the same with the Gigantic and Building Q. The children from Group Q had to use the power of epiphany to solve the puzzles they found and transmit what they learned through the fields. The children in Group A, however, had to access the fields to learn how they might advance to the next stage. That is the simplest explanation I can manage. Snake sounded defeated. His half-hearted attempt at diversion served only to show how much the story had affected him. Just as Junpei was about to speak,
Hey, Junpei! Snake! How much longer are you two gonna sit around this bony asses? Get down here already!
Seven's voice echoed from below. Snake took a deep breath and blinked rapidly as if just waking up from a long nap. He's right. Let's go, shall we? We don't have much time. We need to get out of here, and soon. Snake headed for the stairs, but Junpei put out an arm to stop him. Hold it. There's one more thing I want to ask you. Are you sure that there were 18 kids? Why? Well, I thought it was only 16. Oh yes, that's what they said on the news, wasn't it? Yes, I have no doubt that 18 children were abducted and used in Hongo's experiment. After all, you couldn't exactly play a nonary game with any less, could you? Well, yes, but are you saying that the news got it wrong? Yes, I am. There were 2 more children. However, they had no relatives that I'm aware of. I imagine that no one filed a police report when they were missing. They were brother and sister like Clover and I. The brother's name was Aoi. The sister's name was... Her name was... Snake couldn't seem to bring himself to continue. It looked as if what he was about to say brought him great pain. Her name was Akane. That was the girl who died. Junpei felt as if he had been punched in the stomach. His vision went blurry and his head felt light. He couldn't think straight. Everything was blank. Had Akane Kurashiki died 9 years ago? If she had, then who was June? No, that's impossible. It couldn't be true. Akane wasn't an uncommon name. If Snake had known her last name, then that would have been a different matter entirely. So they shared a name. There are many other people who did as well. It meant nothing. It was a different person. Of course it was a different person. It had to be. Junpei shook his head hard and pulled himself back to reality. Is something wrong, Junpei? Your breathing sounds strange. Then Snake had noticed. Junpei cleared his throat and tried to act calm. Oh no, it's nothing. I'm fine. Let's get back down there, alright? Snake raised an eyebrow, but said nothing. He headed down the stairs, Junpei bringing up the rear. He couldn't bring himself to ask. He told himself he knew the answer already, but he couldn't bring himself to ask what the girl's last name had been. With every step he took, the cold, hard sound of feet against metal dug at his heart. What the fuck? Sheldrake. This is it. This is what the shadow picture was pointing to. But didn't it say 5 at the end of the shadow picture? Yes, I think we need to find the 5th volume. Would you look at that? There's a big red button behind this book. I guess we should press this button. Beep. What was that sound?
It sounded like something really big was moving.
It came from the top floor. Alright, let's go check it out. This looks like an output monitor. I bet the letters you type in the keyboard will show up here. Well, I bet you gotta type in something on that keyboard. Yeah, but you can only enter letters. It looks like you can only enter 4 letters. Let's see how it works. I guess you need to hit enter once you type in the letters. And you can erase what you type with clear. Okay, get the basic operations. Let's give it a shot. Well, I guess that's 13, which is what, D, 14, E, 10, A, D, Desu. Suck. Yay! You did it, Junpei. It's unlocked now. Good job, Junpei.
Whoa there, don't get too excited. The password was dead, remember? Just makes me think whatever's waiting for us isn't good.
So what? Geez, you're such an old lady. We can't be worrying about stuff like that. I mean, come on. We get to unlock, didn't we? Let's go. Hurry up. Desu. Alright. Handle. It's time we get this over with. Damn it. I can't get it open. This thing won't even budge.
What? Why not? We put in the password. What else do we have to do?
And that means it's the other door. Alright. Let's get this thing open. You fucking found it. Fuck that puzzle room. That's actually just the worst thing ever. Like, literally torturing us.